The normal boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade or 212 degree Fahrenheit. The freezing point of water is 0 degree centigrade or 32 degree Fahrenheit. Find the linear relationship between the centigrade and Fahrenheit. There are two variables here, centigrade and Fahrenheit. So let us take x as centigrade, the variable x as centigrade, and y as Fahrenheit. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So find a linear relationship between these two. So how do you form a linear relation when you know 2 points? The 2 points are 0 and 32 and 100 and 212. So we can use the 2-point form. So let us form a linear relationship, that is y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. When 2 points are given, this is how you form the linear relationship. Y minus 32, isn't it? Y minus 32, y2 minus, that is 212 minus 32 is equal to x minus x1 is 0 divided by x2 minus, that is 100 minus 0. So we get y minus 32 divided by 212 minus 32, 180 is x by 100. So we can cancel this 0 and 0. So we get, and you can also cancel 2 5s are 2 9s are. Y minus 32 is 9, take the 9 there, 9 by 5 times x. So y is equal to 9 by 5x plus 32. What is y? We have taken x as centigrade. X is centigrade and y we have taken as Fahrenheit. So change it here. Y is Fahrenheit. So F is equal to 9 by 5 times C plus 32. So that is the first part of the question. Find the linear relationship between C and F. Now the second part is F is 98.6. F is 98.6. What is C? So that's the question. Substitute for F. F is 98.6. What is C? So 9 by 5 times C plus 32. So that means, what do you get now? 98.6 minus 32 is equal to 9 by 5 times C. 6.6 is 9 by 5 times C. So what is C equal to? 66.6 into 5 by 9, 37 degrees. So 98.6 Fahrenheit is equal to 37 degree Celsius. Third part is, what is the third part of the question? Find value of F for C is 38. So now C is given as 38 degree. Find F. So substitute here the same equation. We found an equation. F is 9 by 5 times C plus 32. So substitute for C. So it is 9 by 5 times C is 38 plus 32. 68.4 plus 32, 100.4. 100 F is equal to 100.4 degree Fahrenheit. So an object was launched at the point P to hit a target. So target is somewhere here. At the 15th second, it was, so 15th second, when t is 15, when t is 15, this distance, the target is how many meters away? 1400. Okay, suppose you name this point as A. At 15 seconds, this distance, this is 1400 meters. At the 18th second, now at the 18th second, suppose here, when the time is t is 18, the target is 800, this distance is 800 meters. Find the distance between the place and the target. So this distance is asked. Find the distance between the place and the target. You have two variables. Which are the two variables here? Time and distance. Time, let us take it as x, and distance, let us take it as y. When t is 15, the distance is 1400 meters. When t is 18, the distance is 800 meters. So let us take this as x1, this as y1. This take it as x2, this as y2. So let us form the relation now. What is the relation? The linear equation 2-point form. 2 points we know, x1, y1, x2, y2. So y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. So substitute now, y minus y1 is 1400 divided by y2 minus y1, that is 800 minus 1400 is x minus x1 is 15 divided by x2 minus x1, that is 18 minus 15. So what do you get now? Y minus 1400 divided by, this is minus 600, equal to x minus 15 by 3. So we can cancel this 3 and this, so you get minus 200. So y minus 1400 minus 200, take it to the other side. So minus 200 x minus 15. So this is the relation we got. So we can write it as y minus 1400 is minus 200x plus 15 into 2, 30, 3000. So y is equal to minus 200x plus, bring this here, 3000 plus 1400 is 4400. So this is the relation we got, minus 200x plus 4400. So we have taken y as the distance. Y is the distance and we have taken x as the time. Now the question is, find the distance between the place, this is the place, and the target. So this distance they asked. So at this place P, what is the time? This is starting, is it? So at 1 second it would have moved here, isn't it? So at P the time is 0. We're not, because the distance between the place, this is the place. So at this place time is 0. So it is 0. So time is 0. When you put time as 0, so time is 0 at P, at the point P, at P t is 0. T means what? We have taken x as the time. So put x is 0. Put x is 0 in this. So we get y is equal to minus 200 into 0 plus 4400. So what is y? Y is 4400 meters. Okay. So the total distance is 4400 meters. Now the distance covered when 15 seconds. This distance they asked. How do you find this distance? This is the PA is asked. How do you find this? The total distance we know, A to T also we know, isn't it? So the distance PA, the second part of the question is PA. Time is 15 seconds they asked. So PA is PT minus AT. PT minus AT. Total distance is 4400 minus 80 also we know. 80 is equal from A to T, it is 1400. 1400. So what is that equal to? 0, 0, 0, 3000. So the distance PA is 3000. What is the third part of the question? The third part of the question is time taken to hit the target. See, the distance is decreasing. First from P to T it is 4400. A to B it is 1400. So the distance is decreasing. When you hit the target, what happened to the distance from P to T? We have taken the distance as y, isn't it? When you hit the target, distance will be 0. The distance is decreasing, it will become 0. Distance is decreased. Now when the point reaches here, the distance PT, the place is 0, the distance is 0. So to find the time taken to hit the target, put the distance as 0 now. Time taken to hit the target, put the distance as 0. Understood why the distance is 0? When you hit the target, the distance covered will be 0 because you are moving, it is decreasing, the distance is decreasing. So you have taken the distance as y. So put y is equal to 0 in this. 200x plus 4400. Put distance, that distance means y. Okay, so 0 is minus 200x plus 4400. So that means 200x is 4400. So you get x is equal to 22 seconds. It is given in terms of seconds. So when you hit the target, the time will be 22 seconds. Time taken to hit the target is 22 seconds. The population of a city in the years 2005 and 2010 are given. So 2005, the population is 1,35,000. The year 2005. In the year 2010, what is the population given? 1,45,000. Okay. Again you can see two variables here, x1, y1, x2, y2. So let us take this as x1 and this as y1, that population. Time, that is year, take it as x2 and this as y2. So once again form a linear relationship. That means you have to form a linear relation, means use the 2-point form. As y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus y1 is 1,35,000 divided by y2 minus y1, that is 1,45,000 minus 1,35,000 is equal to x minus x1, 2005 divided by 2010 minus 2005, x2 minus x1. So y minus 1,35,000 by 10,000 is x minus 2005 by 5. 5 we can cancel here, 2000. So y is equal to y minus 1,35,000 is 2000, take it to the other side, 2000 into x minus 2005. The question here is find the approximate population for the year 2015. Whenever they say it's the constant, the growth is a constant, it is a linear equation. Assuming the growth is constant, that means you can, it is a linear relation. So for 2015, so you just substitute x is 2015. Put x is 2015. So what do you get? Y minus 1,35,000 is 2000 into X is 2015. So 2015 minus 2005 is 10. So Y minus 1,35,000 is equal to 20,000. So add this now. What is Y equal to? So it is 1,55,000 is the population for the year 2015. Find the equation of the line if the perpendicular drawn from the origin makes an angle 30 with the x-axis. This is 30. You're going to find the equation of this line. You're going to find, this is the equation. Suppose you name this as AB. You're going to find the equation of the line AB. If the perpendicular drawn, you're drawing a perpendicular line from the origin, makes an angle 30 with the x-axis, and this length is 12. Okay, the length of the perpendicular is 12. So there is an equation, the normal form. So whenever they give you the perpendicular line and the angle, use the normal form of the equation. It is x cos alpha. Well, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. Your alpha is 30. So x cos 30 plus y sin 30 is equal to the perpendicular distance, that is 12. So x into cos 30 is root 3 by 2 plus y into sin 30 1 by 2 is 12. So take the 2 to the other side, you get root 3x plus y is 12 into 2, 24. So that's the answer. That's all. It's a very simple question. If it is number 9, find the equation of the straight line passing through 8, 3 and having intercepts whose sum is 3. So whenever they given intercepts, use the intercept form. What is the intercept form? X by A plus y by B is equal to 1. Sum of the intercept, that means A plus B is equal to 1. That's what is given. So we can write B as 1 minus A. So x by A plus y by B is 1 minus A is equal to 1. Now how do you find this A? Always they will be giving the passing through points. Passing through 8, 3 is 8. Put x is 8 and y is 3. So put x is 8. So 8 by A plus y is 3. 3 by 1 minus A is equal to 1. Just cross multiply this. 8 into 1 minus A plus 3A by A into 1 minus A is equal to 1. Okay. So what do you get now? 8 minus 8A plus 3A is equal to, take it other side, A into 1 minus A. So that is A minus A square. So 8 minus 5A minus A plus A square equal to 0. So A square minus 6A plus 8 is equal to 0. Factorize, this is a quadratic. The product is 8, sum is minus 6. A minus 4 and A minus 2. So we get A is 4 or A is 2. There are two values for A. A is 2. If A is 4, what is B? We have taken B as 1 minus A. B is 1 minus A. So 1 minus 4, that is minus 3. Here when A is 2, B is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So A is 4 here, B is minus 3. Substitute here. We have the equation. No, we want the equation finally. So x by A plus y by B is equal to 1. So x by 4 plus y by minus 3 is equal to 1. So, or you can write x by 4 minus y by 3 is equal to 1. You can simplify this actually. So 3x minus 4y, the LCM is 12, 3x minus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. This is one equation. Similarly, you get another equation here. Same thing. Put x is a is 2 and b is minus 1. So x by 2 plus y by minus 1 is 1. So x by 2 minus y by 1 is 1. So take the LCM, x minus 2y, 2 by 2, isn't it? The 2 you take it to the other side. So x minus 2y is 2. So x minus 2y minus 2 equal to 0. The next one, show the points 1, 3, 2, 1 and 1 by 2, 4 are collinear. What do you mean by collinear? Collinear points, linear, the word linear means the 3 points are lying on a line. To prove the 3 points are on a line. You can prove this using many methods. One is using the concept of slope. So let us use the concept of slope. Concept of slopes, if you name this as A, this as B and this as C, if you are using the concept of slope, we are going to prove slope if the lines are collinear. The slope of AB is equal to the slope of BC. You should have BC, B is common. Okay, one point should be common. Points are collinear. Suppose you take the points ABC, A, B, C. The slope of AB, the inclination of AB and the inclination of BC will be same, isn't it? So how do you find the slope? What is the formula to find the slope? Formula to find the slope is this. So y2 minus y1. So this is x1 y1. This is x2 y2. So y2 minus y1 means y2 is 1, y1 is 3 divided by x2 minus x1. That means 2 minus 1. So we get minus 2. Isn't it? Minus 2. That is slope of AB. Now let us find slope of BC. Both should be same. Okay. So slope of BC is, B is 2, 1 and C is 1 by 2 and 4. Okay. This is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. Use the same formula now. Slope of BC is y2 minus y1 means 4 minus 1 divided by 1 by 2 minus 2. 4 minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1, that is 1 by 2 minus 2. So 3 divided by, take the LCM, 1 minus 4 by 2. So that is 3 by minus 3 by 2, that is 3 into, take the reciprocal, so 2 by 3 minus, yeah, minus 2 you are getting it again. So slope of AB is equal to slope of BC and one point should be common. Okay, otherwise they will be parallel. So B is common, therefore they are collinear. So using slope they ask you to prove. So that is the first part. We have proved using slope, the concept of slope. Next is using a straight line. So we have to find the equation of a straight line. Using that we have to prove the 3 points are collinear. The 3 points are on a line. So let us take the first 2 points. See, A and B form the equation of a line. We are not using slope here. We are going to find the equation of the line. Then we are going to prove the third point is lying on this line. First we form the equation of a line using the equation, that formulas, okay, 2-point form. So we get one equation, then you prove the third point is there. So let us, using the straight line, how do you prove? So the 3 points are, A is 1, 3, B is 2, 1, C is half and 4. So let us find the equation using these two. What is the equation of a line? 2-point form. Y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus y1 is, this is x1, this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So y minus y1 is y minus 3, y2 minus y1 is 1 minus 3, x minus x1 is 1, 2 minus 1. So y minus 3 by minus 2 is x minus 1 by 1. So we get y minus 3 is minus 2 into x minus 1. So this minus 2x plus 2. So y plus 2x is equal to 5 we are getting. Now we got the equation of the line. This line's equation we got. Okay, this is the equation of this line. So we have to prove the third point is on this line. So what we should do now, take the third point. The third point is 1 by 2 comma 4. The third point is 1 by 2 comma 4. Put x is 1 by 2 and y is 4. You should get the answer 5. Only then we can say the third point is on the line. So put x is 1 by 2 and y is 4. So 4 plus 2 into 1 by 2. So we get the answer 5. That is the left hand side, and we get is equal to right hand side. So take the point, substitute, it should satisfy that equation. That means the 3 points are collinear because the 3 points are lying on a line. All the 3 points are on a line. So this is the second part. Third is any other method. If 3 points are lying on a line, can you draw a triangle using these 3? No. That means area of a triangle is 0. We cannot draw a triangle. So what is area of a triangle formula? Area of a triangle, if the points are x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, formula half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus, then you start with x2. It's easy to remember, x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into, if you start with x3, then y1 minus y2. So area of a triangle formula is this. If the points are collinear, area of a triangle should be equal to 0. Half into x1 into, then you write y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 you write y1 minus y2. Okay. So let us write now. Area of a triangle should be 0. If it is 0, the points are collinear. So half into x1 is 1. Okay. 1 into y2 minus y3, that means 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4. x2 is 2. y3 minus y1, that means 4 minus 3. Plus x3 is half. y1 minus y2, 3 minus 1. So it is equal to half. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Plus 4 minus 3 is 1 into 2, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. 2 by 2 is 1. What are you getting the answer now? 3 minus 3 is 0. So area of the triangle is 0. Area of the triangle formed is 0. That means the points are collinear. We have proved the 3 points are collinear using 3 methods. Concept of slope, using a straight line, any other method. So we use the area of a triangle is 0. Straight line is passing through the point A is 1, 2. The slope of the line is given. The slope is 5 by 12. Slope, you know, we can write it as tan theta also. You know that slope is also equal to tan theta. Remember that. So we're going to use that concept here. Find the points on the line which are 13 units away from A. So the point is B, 13 units. The distance should be 30. So what is the point B? So the B can be this side or it can be this side also. 13 units means this is on a line. So this is 13. It can be either right side or it can be here. So we can find 2 points actually. So let us find that point. The point is 13. What is the condition given? the two things are given. A, the point, the line is passing through 1, 2, and the line slope is also given. Now whenever they ask you to find the points on the line, use the parametric form. X minus x1 by cos theta, y minus y1 by sin theta is equal to r. This is your parametric form. The point is 1 and 2. Now tan theta is given. We can easily find sin theta. If this is theta, tan theta is 5 by 12. Tan theta is 5 by 12. So that means this is 5, this is 12, this is 13. Now tell me, cos theta is 12 by 13. What is sin theta? 5 by 13, opposite side. So cos theta here is 12 by 13. Sin theta is 5 by 13. Now you can divide throughout by 13. So what do you get now? X minus 1 by 12. I am cancelling this 13 throughout. Y minus 2 by 5 is plus or minus 1. So x minus 1 by 12 is plus 1 you take first. X minus 1 by 12 minus 1 you can take. The same way, y minus 2 by 5 is plus 1. Y minus 2 by 5 is minus 1. So what is x now? 12 plus 1, 13. 12 into 1, 12 plus 1, 13. Okay. Similarly, what is y? Here, 5 plus 2, 7. So one point is 13 and 7. What about the other one? What is x minus 1 by 12? So what do you get now? X minus 1 is minus 12. X is minus 11. Y minus 2 is minus 5. What is y? Minus 5 plus 2, minus 3. So what is the other point? Minus 11 and minus 3. I ask you to find these points. One point is 13 and 7. The other point is minus 11 and minus 3.